VAWA, you say now. VAWA. Now. VAWA. Now. When I say VAWA, you say now. VAWA. Now. VAWA. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. No more violence, no more hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. No more violence, no more hate.
VAWA!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
VAWA!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
VAWA!
When do we want it?
Now!
Morning. We're here to take. Is it working? Yeah. Just take a stand against.
You can turn the volume up. Yeah.
Take a stand against rape and sexual assault here at AU. AU has the opportunity to apply for a $300,000 grant through the Department of Justice's Violence Against Women Act. This grant would go towards furthering the resources for sexual assault survivors on campus and to work to prevent future assault through education and support. But AU has refused to sign the grant, or the VAWA application. At a time when college costs are rising and 1 in 4 college-aged women is sexually assaulted, this is absolutely unacceptable. There is no reason that AU should not apply for this grant. The grant is due tonight at midnight. All we need is for Gail Hansen, the Director of Student Life, to sign on to it. We want her to sign VAWA today and pass the application for this grant. We want VAWA now!
VAWA now!
Here to share a personal story about why AU campus needs this grant is Nicole.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Nicole. Thank you for coming out today. I'm a student at AU, and last year I came really close to being a part of the statistic that says that in 2008, 200 women on our campus were raped within just that year. I was in the room of another student on this campus who assumed that by consenting to some sexual acts, I was consenting to all sexual acts. He understood the most basic of definition of rape that we often give is that if it's rape if she doesn't say yes. Is this into it? Okay. Is that it's rape if she doesn't say yes, which is not the full definition of what rape is. Alcohol was not involved, but he used all kinds of force and very coercive measures to try to convince me to say yes because he thought that this would equal consent, even if it was out of fear for my own safety. So I continued to say no and to push back, and finally was held down and so scared that I kind of explained what he was doing and said, listen, I'm not taking this, and even if you end up having sex with me, it's not within my consent. That is the definition of rape, and I will take action against you if you do that. He didn't listen. He continued and continued to push and to try to get my consent using physical force, but more so coercive measures, threats, kind of taunts, etc., etc. But eventually I think it finally sunk in that I was serious, and that what he was doing did fall under the definition of sexual assault. I think that I was probably the first person who explained this definition to him. And I'm not here to take any blame away from perpetrators of sexual assault, and I'm not saying that just with this grant we can end sexual assault on this campus right now. But what I am saying is that there are a lot of people, a lot of women, and a lot of men who don't understand the broad definition of sexual assault. There are a lot of women who don't understand that they, even that implied consent is not a real thing, that they have to say yes, and they have to be willing to say yes to give their consent. And I think with these sexual assault education programs, what we can prevent is a scared girl lying under someone and trying to convince him that what he's doing is illegal when we all know that it is. The sexual assault education program should be mandated for all students because, quite frankly, this isn't a model of consent that's been done for us, and it's not a definition that we've been given. So that's why I'm here. Thank you all for coming out and supporting the grant. Continue to do so. Raise your voices. Gail Hansen knows that we are out here, knows that we are putting pressure on her, and we're not going to stop until all of our goals are met. So thank you.
But I've done what I have to do administratively to be sure that when we pursue a lot of federal money, we can fulfill the university's obligations for administering a grant. It's the kind of thing that's very hard to understand because it's administrative.
It's too complicated for us students.
Well, it's not too complicated.
Us young
It's
folk.
just, it's a lot of detail, and it's not what you care about.
If you refuse to sign the grant, then we have a list of goals that we would like you to agree
I
to.
have them from
These-
last night. I was at the meeting.
These objectives are taken directly from the VAWA grant.
I have the handout with me.
And by signing this, you'll agree to collaborate with students to create a comprehensive plan of action by October 1st.
No, I'm
It's
not
ways you can
accept-
give to us.
You
I mean,
have my word that I am going to work.
Can we have your signature,
really want
please?
that, your word.
This plan says
That's what
that
we
you
came
will
here for, your
collaborate
word.
to make a plan by October 1st, 2011, and that all of these objectives will be achieved by fall of 2012.
Dr. Hanson, you already agreed to an open meeting in the fall. This is just setting a deadline for a date by the time to hold both you and us accountable to actually have this open meeting in the fall. You
And
already
this-
agreed to it with your word. We're just asking you to back it up with your signature.
You can read it.
And this open forum would occur prior to October 1st of 2011, and at that meeting, you would then present your plan of
You
action.
can leave this here, but we're not going to have a public signing ceremony because I don't sign documents I haven't read and thought about. You just learned.
We can sit here and wait while you
No,
read.
you can't because I'm on a search committee for the registrar. I have an amended document. I mean, what I can commit to you is I understand what you think is essential, and we will try to work things into a plan. The campus life staff is committed to working on a comprehensive plan that we will follow, and I think the grant program element provides an excellent roadmap. And I'm committed to meeting with you early in the fall. I don't like to set a specific date, but I've said early in the fall, and I've said that my signature applies to those two commitments, that the campus life staff will work on a comprehensive plan. We already have a number of elements in place, but we want to enhance that, and that we will meet early in the fall to lay that out to all the people who want to see the details and discuss about where we might go from there, and I can make those commitments.